Hiya. I have a question for Ricky. In 2011, you had a small role, and it was later cut. Were you disappointed when it was cut, and were you surprised they asked you back?
This would be a good time for you two to hash this out.
It's kind of an accident.
It wasn't really a role. It was me turning up as myself. It was me and was it Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal, yeah, the host of the Oscars and the host of Golden Globes. It's a brilliant thing to cut.
It was it was sort of a standalone thing. So you know, and James told me, and I agreed. You know, you can't put it in there just because you filmed it. You know, they film about 4 hours of this to cut down.
We had a lot of material in that film. So
I didn't. It's, you know.
The great thing about James is he tells you that before you shoot the scene. Yeah. We're not going to use this, but please come by. Yeah.
Good luck, everyone. Here we go.
It's great.
Can you pass the mic behind you, please? That'd be great. That gentleman in there.
Hello, this question's for Ricky. With your newfound friendship with Constantine, have you thought about perhaps orchestrating an Idiot Abroad special where you send Carl and Constantine off around?
Well, yeah, I see a lot of similarities. A little round head, and that's where the brain would be if the head didn't stop there. But I'd do anything with Constantine. I would travel the world with Constantine.
We will not go to France, though.
No,
Don't
go to France.
Would be bad idea
Do
for
not
me.
go to France. No. Honestly, I'd host the Oscars with this guy.
All right, then, let's make it happen.
Love to see that. Yeah, love to see that. We've got time for 2 more questions.
He's amazing.
What qualities to Constantine do you look for in a number 2?
This is a good question. You must have evil snarl, like Ricky Gervais says. You see. You must have opposable thumbs, so you can move things around. And also, library card.
Yeah.
Very important to have library card.
Yeah.
You have to check out books you have to check out books and, for evil plotting.
I've got a library card. All the libraries have
Plotting,
closed
But
down.
you always make sure to return the books.
Yeah, yeah, always, yeah.
I am evil criminal. I'm not, disrespectful to...
Yeah.
You don't want to go to jail for something as simple as that.
No, of course not.
That would be horrible.
That question, we've got time for one more. I'm going to go with that lady up there.
Who in the fictional world would the Muppets like to work with? For example, would you like to work with Wallace and Gromit, for example?
You know, it's tough. It's tough to choose somebody fictional because we're the only ones that aren't computer generated, you see. So they're not really there. You know, it's hard to work with them.
You could not see them at press conference.
If we were those people, ready guys? Here's what this press conference would be. What? It'd just be empty chairs.
Real? Okay, parts of me are not real. All right.
Yeah, but we know about those parts.
Your
She has a key on the back of her head to tighten things up.
Your wig.
And I think that's an important point, actually, because as an actor, I've done Nightly Museum. Right? I've just done 3, and Ben Stiller is in it a lot, and he's in the scenes where all the animals come to life, but they're not really there. So he spends 6 weeks running around talking to a tennis ball on a stick. Whereas with these, you're acting with these guys, which is, it's brilliant. I mean, it's brilliant fun.
Yes.
But it also makes a difference with the timing and the realism and I think the affection for it. It's real, you know.
You cannot stick your finger down tennis ball's throat.
True. You could never host the Oscars with a tennis ball. No.
And last question to the lady up there, please.
Hi, this is for James. What really always strikes me about all the Muppet films is the intertextual references to all different styles and different films. And for me, one of my favourite films is The Pink Panther Returns. And Ty Burrell's character in that whole, was that really drawn from that, or what sort of
It's an
inspiration?
amalgam of every French person ever. When you have Sam the Eagle being the most patriotic American ever, you need a kind of foil for that as the most European, i.e. Frenchy French person ever. So I was very clear to him, just be as French as possible. And I said, don't worry about which region of France you're from, just be the superest Frenchest person ever. And then do that, and that works perfectly well. And so he does a great job.
He's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to stay seated, thank you so much for your time. Can you give a huge round of applause to our fantastic...
Thank you
Thank you.
all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask
Thank
you
you.
to stay seated,
Thank you.
please? Can you stay seated until we've left? That's great, thanks. Cheers.
All right, I'm going to stay seated too.
Yeah, great. You stay there for
right
a
here.
minute. Your chariot will come for you in just 1 second.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank God they've gone.